Hey everyone, Drew's Apiary here. Today it is February the 9th. It is a very warm February 9th. I think it's probably in the low to mid 60s right now here in north central Georgia. I'm out here essentially checking on my bees since we've got some warm weather, and we've had some warm weather, very wet weather the past month. A lot of folks have been reporting that their bees are brooding up. I haven't done a full inspection to see just that, but I'm out here getting some stuff prepared, doing some checks, switching now to liquid feed instead of dry feed, because short of us getting super cold weather, I think the bees are going to need some liquid feed, especially because it's that time of the year that a lot of bees will starve if they're not careful, because we're at the end of the season, end of the winter season. So any of those bees that were hanging on over the winter, they're getting close to the end, and we need to give them a boost, so we're going to be doing that. I'm seeing a lot of the red maple pollen, a lot of pollen coming in, so that's good. But like I said, today we're going to do some feeding. And one quick thing I'm just showing right here is I'm actually starting to get some swarm traps prepared, because I've also been hearing some folks in the area already seeing swarms, already seeing their bees showing tendency to be prepared to swarm. So I don't expect to catch a swarm anytime soon, but it doesn't hurt if I have the equipment to get the stuff set out. So I'm just out here. I've got a deep box that I'm going to be using. This is a kind of a newer one that I've used, but I'm trying to make sure I use some old woodenware. Bees prefer that older smell. And so I'll bring you closer. I'll say here's some of my storage that's protected from the elements right here. I'm just going to be putting this up in the treehouse like I usually do, and just like my video last year, I'm just going to be taking some old comb. In this case, I'm just going to take maybe like 2 frames, put them as far to the edge as possible. You kind of want, like right here is going to be my entrance, you kind of want that to be unobstructed when the bees come in, that this whole area is largely open. You want the bees to think it's a lot deeper than it actually is. So I'm going to put like 2 frames there, maybe just 1 right here, and that's probably all I'm going to do to get started. Only other things I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Q-tip in a baggie. You've probably seen this video, seen this from last year's video. Take a Q-tip out. I'm going to use a little bit of Swarm Commander. You can also use lemongrass oil. Swarm Commander. There we go. Just a little bit will do you. Put that in there. Don't want it to be overpowering. Just make sure the bag is sealed up most of the way. Want there to be a little bit of gap space. Let your swarm lure last a little bit longer. Get this all lined up. There we go. And I'm going to do 1 spritz. It's kind of hard to see down here near the entrance. And that's it. All right, aside from swarm traps, like I said, we are doing different styles of feeding today. This is the red hive. You can see it's pretty strong right now. Whereas I started to take off the inner cover, got a lot of active bees. That's always good to see. This one's definitely going to be a prime candidate for splitting here pretty soon. I'm hoping I don't have to do that today, because I do not have time to do it today. But they are going to get this box that used to be just shielding them, giving them the internal round top feeder. We're going to be moving now to liquid feed, which you can do liquid feed via this way. It does work, but we're going to go back to the normal ladder style feeders. Before I do that and make that decision though, I just want to verify that how we're looking in here as far as bees and possibly brood is concerned. That's not good. Don't let that happen to you. Prime reason why you want to clean the lip, especially if you have any if you're using like pine, resiny type of wood, that stuff will start to gunk up on the ridge of your smoker and make it very difficult for it to properly seal. See if I can pull one out. Actually, might have to grab my J-hook, make this easier. Okay. So we're just checking to see. First frame of bees I've pulled out in quite some time, a few months. Just nectar in here right now. There's a lot of bees down the bottom. So yeah, again, this is gonna be one of the first ones that needs to be split here soon. This would be great because this is a double deep body. It's 2 high bodies. This is one you easily could do a walk away. Literally just take the box, move it somewhere else, and you know, the queen's going to be left in one of those 2 boxes, and the other one, hopefully, if things go well, should make a brand new queen. So that might be easy mode for this one. We'll see. But yeah, this one's looking pretty good. I'm going to just check the bottom of this body, see if I see any hanging cells. And this time of the year, bees may start to make some cups, especially if they're a strong hive, in preparation for swarm season, and not kill them. I'm hoping I don't see anything that indicates they're going to do that. Because if so, I'm gonna have a lot of work to do. Let me take a peek. They do not. Just took a look. I might duct tape the back of this just to help them seal this up before I leave. You never want to try to break a propolis seal, which I just did. But if any of these hives in here were going to swarm, it was going to be this one, and so I just wanted to be sure. But now what we're going to do is we're going to put this on, and let me grab a feeder, show you what we're going to be doing. Grab my little gas can that I've been using. This is I usually use or have used the much larger, I forget the exact measurement, the hook and ladder style that fit deep bodies, but I actually wanted to buy these shallower ones that are meant for supers, just because I usually have more super boxes left over, and I kind of want to leave as much room as possible for actual frames in the hive body. None of my bees am I going for honey this year. We're all going for making more bees. So just something to keep in mind as to that mentality. Obviously some people don't like to have a bunch of bees raising brood in the supers, and I don't want that either. Still too early, or you know, to put on a queen excluder. I'm not gonna be able to do that. But for now, we're gonna feed them some 1-to-1 to all of these hives. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go down the line and do that, and I'll update you if there's anything cool or pertinent that I can show you. That is it. Like I said, I've just got some semi-drawn frames underneath. Feeder, liquid feeder, 1-to-1. And we're gonna do that down the line with all these hives and some of the hives at the other yard as well. All right, I'm over here on the yellow hive again. Didn't think I'd be turning the camera on. This one is so packed full of bees that I'm about to give them another body, because they are 100% gonna swarm here pretty soon. And they already have drone brood. I can already see from the top. So I'm about to show you guys this. I can get it out nice and easy. Look how much brood. Dear Lord, people. There's my queen. They're right there at the top. There she is. Who would have thought? First frame I pull out, find the queen. I mean, she is going to town. Yeah, I'm gonna try to shake her off into there. See if I can get her in safely. Now she's in the middle. But I don't know if you saw the drone. There's some drone right here. Right under these right here. See them? There's our queen again. She's marching along. Let's get her in there. Nice and easy. They don't want her. Okay, so queen's in there. She's obviously laying up a storm. I mean, shoot, right when I took off the inner cover, I mean, they are going to town filling this thing up with bees. They are going to need to be split very soon. I'm going to put my body on top, just like that. I know you can't see anything else. Let me move it up for you. We're gonna shake all these bees back into there. We're gonna fill it up. So that's good to see, honestly. It's a healthy colony. Lots of brood. These things are gonna be exploding here pretty soon, but all the more reason to feed them right now, because this is, as strong as they might be, if there's no food or not enough food, you know, I've been feeding them that kind of slurry of sugar and water, kind of like a slushy of sugar for the past 2 or so months. And they do like it, they'll take it down, but at this point, while we have days, and a lot of these days have been in the 60s, they'll probably take the liquid 1-to-1. So that's what I'm gonna give them, is 1-to-1. Oh. All right. So yeah, keep knocking it out, but yeah, all looks good so far. pretty much it. Like I said, just wanted to get some swarm traps set. Wanted to start feeding the liquid feed on a lot of these bees. These 2 hives right here over at, gosh, I think this is considered, apiary yard number 2. It's been so long since I've reported on this one that I forget. But I already saw some fresh nectar coming in. Even though I've just fed them now, I saw some stuff that they were naturally bringing in when I was doing my inspection. These 2 hives, the bottom is like completely filled out with bees. The top 2 boxes, you know, it's a lot of drawn comb that I'd put in there, but they hadn't really done much to it. So, but their population's looking good for, you know, mid-late winter bees. So, but yeah, hope all y'all bees are doing good. You know, if you live in the southeast, again, like I said, I'm in north central Georgia in the Piedmont Plateau. And so, you know, we're already seeing, like I said, I'm already seeing drones being raised. I haven't seen a swarm yet, nor have I seen a swarm cell. I have seen a, like 1 cell that was being drawn out in preparation, but it didn't really look like one for the purposes of swarming. It looked just more like a emergency cell that was getting just built up as a just in case. So be prepared if you live in the southeast. You know, I think if not spring's upon us, at least swarm season is upon us. And hopefully your bees are doing good. Y'all stay safe, take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.